Okay, I'm going to be honest with you. I used to think American roads had the coolest cars. We've got Tesla, the Escalade, the muscle cars. But then I looked north to Canada and realized we are getting absolutely scammed. While the US is busy building walls to keep Chinese automakers out, Canada just approved a fleet of luxury EVs that make my Tesla Model Y look like a flip phone from 2007. We're talking about SUVs that can literally float on water and drive like boats. Sedans with 1,300 horsepower that cost less than a loaded F-150, and interiors with tech so advanced that my living room feels outdated. Today I'm showing you 10 forbidden Chinese cars that Canada said yes to while America said no. And by the time we get to car number 1, you're going to be just as furious as I am. Let's see what we're missing. Let's kick this off with a car that can do something no other SUV in history can do. Starting at number 10 with the one that's going to melt your brain. The BYD Yangwang U8 can float on water. I'm not talking about wading through deep puddles. I mean this 5,300-pound luxury SUV can drive into a lake, seal itself automatically, and float for 30 minutes while using its wheels as propellers to move at 3 kilometers per hour. BYD demonstrated this by driving a U8 into a lake in Shenzhen. The SUV floated, propelled itself across 400 meters of water, then drove out on the opposite shore. Toronto automotive engineer Sarah Chen analyzed the video. The body sealing uses 40 separate gaskets, creating a watertight chamber. The air suspension raises for buoyancy. The 4 motors reverse rotation for paddle propulsion. It actually works. But that's not even the craziest part. This thing can do tank turns. Press a button, and the left wheels spin forward while the right wheels spin backward, rotating the SUV 360 degrees in place. Calgary U8 owner Michael Park demonstrated it in a parking lot. I did a tank turn and people thought I was having a medical emergency. 3 people ran over to check if I was okay. It's the ultimate party trick. The front is aggressive with massive vertical LED light bars flanking an enormous grille. It's 5.3 meters long and 2.05 meters wide, bigger than a Cadillac Escalade. The wheel arches are boxy, housing 22-inch forged wheels, and the rear has an octagonal spare tire cover that looks like it could smash through walls. Under the metal, 4 independent motors produce 1,196 horsepower total, 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in 3.6 seconds. That's hypercar acceleration in a 3-ton luxury SUV. The hydraulic suspension can lift the vehicle 6 inches, keep the body perfectly flat in corners, and enable 3-wheel driving if a tire blows at highway speeds. Inside, Napa leather everywhere, African Sapelli wood trim, and 5 screens in the front row alone. The rear seats recline electrically with extending ottomans, and you can spec a built-in DJI drone dock in the roof. Press a button, the roof opens, a drone launches to follow the car filming in 4K, then lands back and charges while you drive. The price in Canada? 154,000 Canadian dollars. A Mercedes G-Wagon costs $165,000 and can't float, can't tank turn, and definitely doesn't have a roof-mounted drone. Vancouver exotic car collector Robert Santos bought one. I'm taking it to Harrison Lake this summer to prove the floating works. My friends think I'm lying. They're about to lose their minds. But if a floating tank sounds excessive, number 9 costs $16,000, and it's about to make every used car on Craigslist look like garbage. Number 9 is going to hurt. The Nio Firefly costs around $16,000 USD. $16,000. In the US, you can't even buy a used Corolla with 100,000 miles for that money. But this is a brand new luxury EV designed specifically for cities. The Firefly isn't just cheap transportation, it's a statement that budget doesn't mean penalty box. The front has these friendly robot eye LEDs that can communicate with pedestrians. It's not angry like most EVs, it's approachable. It looks like a futuristic Mini Cooper mixed with a spaceship. From the side, it's tiny but rugged with big wheels pushed to the corners and flush pop-out door handles. Yes, automatic pop-out handles on a $16,000 car. Porsche charges $1,200 extra for those. It's got a 42 kilowatt-hour battery delivering 260 kilometers of range. But here's the killer feature, battery swapping. You don't charge it. You swap the entire battery in 3 minutes at Nio Power Swap stations. Montreal Firefly owner Jennifer Park explained the economics. I don't own the battery. I pay 89 Canadian dollars monthly for unlimited swaps. I've never waited more than 4 minutes. Meanwhile, my neighbor spends 40 minutes at superchargers. Inside, you get 2 large screens and soft touch materials that feel way better than a Chevy Bolt ever did. The interior is minimalist but designed, not cost-cut. The seats have actual lumbar support. The infotainment is snappy, and the vibe is pure young urban professional. The price is literally cheaper than a base Honda Civic, but with triple the tech. Toronto rideshare driver Michael Chen bought 2. The operating costs are $11 per day, including battery subscription. I'm making more profit than drivers with used Priuses. It's a money printer. If a $16,000 EV sounds too good to be true, number 8 has a feature in the dashboard you've definitely never seen before. Number 8 is the Nio ES6, and it's the best-selling luxury electric SUV in China for a reason. It's the Goldilocks car. Perfect size, perfect tech, perfect price. If the Model Y is the iPhone of cars, the ES6 is the flagship Android that does everything better. But the feature that stops people cold is Nomi. That's the little AI robot head sitting on the dashboard. It turns to look at you when you speak, it smiles, it waves. When you play music, it does guitar animations. Calgary ES6 owner Sarah Williams showed it to her kids. They named it Billy. They talk to it constantly. Billy closes windows, adjusts suspension, finds restaurants. It's genuinely the smartest voice assistant in any car. The front is smooth with Nio's signature double-dash daytime running lights. The LiDAR pod watchtower integrates smoothly above the windshield. It looks advanced, not weird. The sides are clean with flush handles and soft closed doors standard. The rear has an illuminated blade tail light running the entire width. Power comes from dual motors producing 480 horsepower, 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in 4.5 seconds. And of course, battery swapping. You can go from 0 to 100% range in 3 minutes at a swap station. That beats any supercharger. Vancouver ES6 owner Robert Park demonstrated it. I pulled in at 5% battery. 3 minutes later, I left with 100%. The robot system is flawless. I've done 47 swaps, 0 issues. But the interior feature that sealed the deal is the Queen's Co-Pilot passenger seat. It reclines almost flat with an extending footrest. Toronto ES6 owner Michael Santos road trips with his wife. She calls shotgun every time now. The seat is more comfortable than our bed. She sleeps while I drive. It's changed our road trips completely. The price in Canada? 58,000 Canadian dollars. A Tesla Model Y long range costs $71,990. You're saving $13,990 and getting a robot companion plus battery swapping. Montreal Tesla owner Jennifer Chen traded her Model Y for an ES6. Nomi convinced me. The battery swapping keeps me. I'm never going back. But if a talking robot head is cool, number 7 deleted something every car has had for 100 years. Number 7 is the Avatr 12, and I need you to look at the back of this car. Notice what's missing? There is no rear window. I'm not saying it's small or tinted. It's literally just metal. They deleted the back window completely. How do you see behind you? High-definition cameras streaming to a digital rearview mirror inside. This feels like you're driving a solid block of aluminum. It looks like it escaped from Blade Runner and parked in 2026. The front is hauntingly smooth. No traditional headlights, just thin, aggressive LED strips as daytime runners. The actual headlights hide in the bumper. But the coolest feature is the halo display, a black LED panel under the windshield on the outside that can display messages to pedestrians. Say hello, show emojis, or display custom animations. Calgary Avatr owner Michael Park programmed his to show thanks when someone lets him merge. Other drivers smile and wave back. Traffic feels friendlier. The side profile is sleek with hidden door handles and camera mirrors instead of traditional glass mirrors. This reduces wind noise and drag coefficient. Those 21-inch wheels look like turbine blades. Under the hood, Huawei technology powers this thing. Dual motors producing 578 horsepower, 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in 3.9 seconds. The 94.5 kilowatt-hour CATL battery delivers 680 kilometers of range, and the 750-volt architecture supports 240 kilowatt charging, doing 10 to 80% in 20 minutes. But the interior is where the no rear window strategy makes sense. Open the door and the dashboard has a 35.4-inch 4K panoramic screen ribbon stretching across the entire width. It's not just a screen, it's a digital horizon displaying speed, navigation, and blind spots in your line of sight. The seats are zero-gravity seats. Press a button and they recline into a NASA-approved sleeping position with elevated legs. Vancouver Avatr owner Sarah Chen tested it. It's more comfortable than my actual bed. I've taken naps at charging stations. People knock on the window checking if I'm okay. The glass roof is electrochromic. Press a button and it turns opaque to block sun. Pure magic. The price in Canada, 76,000 Canadian dollars. A Tesla Model S costs $109,990. You're saving $33,990 and getting design that's genuinely from the future. Could you drive a car with no rear window? Toronto Avatr owner Robert Martinez did it. I was skeptical for exactly 2 days. The camera system is objectively better than glass. I see more in better detail in all weather. I'll never go back to regular mirrors. But wait, number 6 has a windshield so big it's actually the roof, and it changes everything. Number 6 is the Xpeng G3i, and the main feature is going to blow your mind. The windshield doesn't stop at the top of the glass. It keeps going all the way over your head. It's a panoramic windshield, like a helicopter cockpit. The visibility is genuinely insane. You look up and you see sky, buildings, trees. There's no roof rail blocking your view. Montreal G3i owner Francois Dubois described it. Driving through downtown feels cinematic. I see the tops of skyscrapers. My kids watch birds flying overhead. It's like driving a convertible without wind or noise. The front is robot-like with a continuous LED light strip designed for aerodynamics. The sides feature hidden handles and aerodynamically efficient wheels. It's a compact SUV but feels massive inside because of all that glass leading and light. It's not the fastest car here, doing 0 to 100 in about 7.8 seconds, but it's plenty for city use. Range is about 480 kilometers, but the tech suite is Xpeng's specialty. The automated parking is genuinely impressive. Calgary G3i owner Jennifer Park tested it. I activated parking mode and stood outside watching on my phone. The car drove itself through 3 levels of parkade, navigated 2 turns, and parked in a tight spot with 3 inches clearance on each side. 0 corrections needed. Inside, you get a massive 15-inch vertical screen like Tesla, but the user interface is more colorful and customizable. The materials are durable and easy to clean, making it perfect for families. Vancouver family of 4 Michael Chen confirmed, "We have 2 kids under 10. They destroy car interiors. The G3i materials wipe clean. Coffee spills, mud, goldfish crackers, everything wipes off. And that glass roof? Driving in rain is a spiritual experience. You watch raindrops hit right above your head in slow motion. It's mesmerizing." The price in Canada? 42,000 Canadian dollars. A Mazda CX-5 costs $38,750 with 187 horsepower and a gas engine. For $3,250 more, you get electric propulsion, helicopter visibility, and autonomous parking that parks better than you do. If a helicopter windshield sounds wild, number 5 has 1,300 horsepower and can spin in circles. Number 5 is the BYD Yangwang U7, and this isn't a car. This is a land missile. It has 1,300 horsepower. That's not a typo. 1,300 horses in a 4-door sedan. The U7 is what happens when engineers are told no limits. It's a direct challenge to Tesla Model S Plaid and Porsche Taycan Turbo S, but honestly, it makes them look a little tame. The front looks like a C-clamp with massive aggressive LED headlights designed to cut air so efficiently it holds the world record for lowest drag coefficient in any production sedan, 0.195 CD. It looks like it's doing 180 kilometers per hour while parked. The side profile is pure speed with frameless doors and massive carbon ceramic brakes hiding behind 22-inch aero wheels. 0 to 100 kilometers per hour, 2.9 seconds. Top speed? Illegal everywhere. Montreal automotive journalist Sarah Williams tested it. Floor the throttle and time distorts. Your stomach stays behind while your body goes forward. Passengers scream involuntarily. It's violence disguised as transportation. It uses 4 independent motors, 1 for each wheel, enabling tank turns. A sedan that can rotate 360 degrees on the spot. Imagine pulling up to valet and just spinning in place to face the exit. Calgary U7 owner Robert Park did exactly that. The valet's jaw dropped. He asked me to do it again. I obliged. It's the best $138,000 I've ever spent just for that reaction. The Dessous suspension system reads the road and adjusts before you hit bumps. It's psychic. And if you blow a tire at 120 kilometers per hour, it can lift that wheel off the ground and drive on 3 wheels without you spilling coffee. Inside, it's acres of Napa leather and a screen layout resembling Starship Enterprise cockpit with 3 screens across the dash. It's S-Class size, so rear passengers have infinite legroom. The rear seats are executive lounge chairs. You aren't driving, you're being transported. The price in Canada? 138,000 Canadian dollars. A Lucid Air Sapphire costs $289,000. A Porsche Taycan Turbo S costs $258,400. The U7 has more horsepower than both for less than half the price. Before we reveal the top 4, smash that subscribe button right now, because what Canada has access to and America doesn't gets even more painful from here. Number 4 is the Zeekr X, and it's built on the same platform as the Volvo EX30, but cooler, faster, and get this, it has a refrigerator that can freeze ice cream. The Zeekr X is designed for people who think Model Y is too boring. Look at these DRLS made of 41 individual LEDs that look like a cyberpunk villain. It has sharp, angular, almost origami paper aesthetics that catch light beautifully. The sides have no door handles. You press a button on the pillar and the door opens electrically. It's a small detail, but makes the car feel like a concept vehicle that accidentally got released. The charging port is hidden so well, I bet you couldn't find it in 5 minutes. The rear has a glowing Zeekr logo that isn't a badge, it's part of the light bar. Stunning at night. Under the metal, dual motors beast with 442 horsepower hitting 100 kilometers per hour in 3.7 seconds. This little crossover gaps a Porsche Macan. Toronto Zeekr owner Michael Chen confirmed. I pulled up next to a Macan Turbo at a light. He revved. I launched. I was 3 car lengths ahead before he hit second gear. He gave me a thumbs up. Safety-wise, it's a Geely car, which means it's basically a Volvo in a party outfit. Safe as a bank vault, but the interior is where I get jealous. The center screen slides from driver to passenger so they can watch movies. It has a Yamaha sound system, 0 gravity seats, and yes, that refrigerator in the center console. Most car refrigerators keep soda kind of cool. This one goes to minus 15 degrees Celsius. You can transport ice cream without it melting. Vancouver family. Sarah Williams tested it. We bought ice cream at Costco, drove home in summer traffic for 40 minutes. The ice cream was still frozen solid. My kids thought I had superpowers. The price in Canada? 48,000 Canadian dollars. In the US, a comparable crossover costs $65,000 and doesn't have a freezer or sliding screen. If a freezer sounds practical, number 3 has suspension so advanced it can shake snow off itself like a dog. Number 3 is the Nio ET9, and this is the tech flagship of the entire industry. It went viral for one reason: it shakes. A video showed an ET9 parked in snow. The driver pressed a button and the entire car violently vibrated, shaking snow off the roof, hood, and trunk in seconds. It's called Skyride suspension, the most advanced system ever on a production car. Each wheel has an independent hydraulic pump adjusting height and stiffness in 1 millisecond. That's faster than human reaction time. Nio demonstrated by stacking champagne glasses on the hood and driving over speed bumps at 30 kilometers per hour. The wheels bounced violently. The suspension absorbed everything. Not a single glass moved. Calgary ET9 owner Robert Martinez witnessed it. I didn't believe it until I saw it. The physics don't make sense. The car floats while the wheels handle reality. The styling is what Nio calls Landjet, crossover sedan hybrid. It's massive at 5.325 meters with 23-inch wheels that have self-leveling center caps keeping the Nio logo upright while driving, exactly like Rolls-Royce. The 900-volt architecture enables 600 kilowatt charging. Add 255 kilometers in 5 minutes. That's gas station speed. Vancouver ET9 owner Jennifer Park timed it. I pulled in at 8%. 5 minutes later, I had enough range to drive to Calgary. I hadn't even finished ordering coffee. Power comes from dual motors producing 644 horsepower, 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in 4.1 seconds. Inside, it's a strict 4-seater executive lounge. The rear seats recline 45 degrees with a 360-degree rotating tray table that's mechanically stabilized. Drive at 120 kilometers per hour over bumps and your laptop won't move. Toronto business executive Michael Chen uses his for mobile office. I hold Zoom calls from the back seat while my driver handles traffic. The stabilized table makes it possible. Clients have no idea I'm in a moving car. There's a 10-liter fridge that opens electronically. The materials are exceptional. The steer-by-wire steering wheel folds away when autonomous mode activates. The price? 118,000 Canadian dollars. A Mercedes Maybach S-Class costs $199,000. The Nio has better suspension, faster charging, and snow-shaking party tricks for $81,000 less. But number 2 and number 1 are the ultimate flex vehicles, and number 2 looks like a Rolls-Royce. Number 2 is the Hongqi EHS9, and they call this the Chinese Rolls-Royce. You can see why. It's massive, imposing, and the paint job alone looks more expensive than my entire wardrobe. The front grille is called the Waterfall, a massive vertical wall of chrome and LEDs. See this in your rear view, and you don't just move, you apologize. The red flag line running down the hood center lights up. That's the Hongqi symbol representing power. It's 5.2 meters long. When this rolls down streets, people stop and stare, thinking it costs $1 million. The two-tone paint screams old money. The 22-inch wheels look like they're polished daily. Calgary Hongqi owner Robert Santos confirmed, "I get stopped constantly. People ask if it's a Bentley. I tell them it cost $88,000 and they don't believe me." The rear features a light bar inspired by ancient Chinese lanterns. It's majestic without being flashy. Power comes from dual motors, us producing 551 horsepower, 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in 4.9 seconds. Fast for a building on wheels. It has a 120 kilowatt-hour battery delivering 510 kilometers range. But this car isn't about range. It's about presence. It's about arriving. Inside, screens spanning the entire dashboard width. Real walnut wood. Genuine Napa leather. Crystal gear selector that looks like jewelry. The steering wheel has touch-sensitive controls. The second row captain's chairs are better than most beds. Heated, ventilated, massaging with 10-point massage using 8 airbags. Vancouver business executive Sarah Williams uses hers for client transport. I pick up clients in the Hongqi. They assume I spent $400,000. When they learn it cost $88,000, 3 have bought their own. The air suspension has a luxury limp mode. If you get a flat, it balances suspension so you don't spill drinks while limping to the shop. The price in Canada? 88,000 Canadian dollars. A Rolls-Royce Cullinan costs $380,000. You're getting 85% of the presents for 23% of the price. But number 1 combines ridiculous luxury with charging so fast it beats gas stations. Number 1 is the BYD Seal, and this is the car that's going to make American Tesla owners genuinely angry. It's a direct Model 3 competitor that costs 54,000 Canadian dollars versus Tesla's 71,990. That's $17,990 less for comparable range and better interior quality. The exterior is sleek and sporty. The front has slim LED headlights with active aerodynamic shutters. The side profile is elegant with a coupe-like roofline. The rear has a full-width LED light bar. It looks expensive. Power comes from dual motors in the AWD Performance model, producing 530 horsepower, 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in 3.8 seconds. That's faster than Tesla Model 3 long range, which does it in 4.4 seconds. Montreal Seal owner Francois Dubois tested both. The Seal is 0.6 seconds faster and costs $18,000 less. The math doesn't make sense, but I'll take it. The 82.5 kilowatt-hour BYD Blade battery delivers 570 kilometers of range, matching Tesla exactly. But the charging is where BYD flexes. 150 kilowatt direct current fast charging does 10 to 80% in 26 minutes. Calgary Seal owner Jennifer Park confirmed, "I've charged side by side with Model 3s. I finish first every time." But the interior quality is where the Seal genuinely embarrasses Tesla. I sat in both at a Toronto comparison event. The Seal's dashboard materials are soft touch everywhere. Real leather, not vinyl. The wood trim is actual open pore wood, not plastic. The metal accents are aluminum, not chrome-plated plastic. The build quality is flawless with 0 panel gaps. The 15.6-inch rotating touchscreen is gorgeous with smooth animations. Nappa leather seats are heated and ventilated standard. Heads-up display standard. 360-degree cameras standard. Adaptive cruise standard. Tesla charges $8,000 for enhanced autopilot. BYD includes everything at a lower base price. Vancouver Tesla owner Michael Chen traded his Model 3 for a Seal. The Seal's interior feels premium. My Tesla felt like sitting in an Apple store. The Seal feels like sitting in a luxury sedan. Plus I saved $18,000. The price in Canada? 54,000 Canadian dollars. Tesla Model 3 long range costs $71,990. You save $17,990, get faster acceleration, same range, and massively better interior quality. 10 Chinese cars just proved Canada is living in the future while America is locked in the past. We're paying $72,000 for Tesla Model 3s, while Canadians get BYD Seals with better interiors for $54,000. We're stuck with traditional mirrors while Canadians drive Avatr 12S with no rear windows and 4K cameras. We don't have $16,000 Nio Fireflies destroying the used car market. We don't have SUVs that float on water or shake snow off themselves. The technology gap isn't closing, it's widening. And America is on the wrong side. So which one broke your brain the most? The floating U8? The $16,000 Firefly? The 1,300 horsepower U7? Drop your pick in the comments. Seriously, I want to know which one you'd actually buy if you could. Smash that like button if your jaw dropped, even once. Hit subscribe so you don't miss the next reveal. And ring that bell because next week we're looking at Chinese supercars that are beating Ferrari on track for half the price. I'm still shook by that snow-shaking ET9. This is genuinely painful. Peace.